Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for y'all today. Got a lot to get into. I gonna do two shows today. Haven't done two shows in a while. FanDuel has like 3 fights up. All right, we got some action this week. Shout out Top Notch. Is there no action this week on any, but we got something, right? But we got something. I'm gonna grab a coffee real quick. I'll be right back. We'll get started in a minute. You guys flow in the stream. And we'll get started. All right, y'all. Good to have everybody here. All right, real quickly, I'm going to get into the schedule for the week. 2 shows today, 1 show tomorrow, 2 shows Friday. We're getting through this week. And this week, we got some good stuff coming up. I'm going to try to build a weeks-long parlay again over the next couple of weeks like we did the other day. I'm going to give you another one of those. I'll answer any questions or anything that you guys have, any questions like that. We'll do an Ask Me Anything tonight. You guys just bring your questions. As many of you want to show up, you guys show up. I'll answer all the questions. I'm also going to bring the Mirko Cuello video out for you guys live tonight. That will be out tonight as well. That will be live for you guys, certainly. And like I said, 2 shows today, 1 show tomorrow, 2 shows Friday, and then I'll bring you guys content every single week, every single day this week. And I'm going to start breaking down as many fights as you can. I'll let you guys help me pick out the fights that we want to do. All right, guys, let's get into it. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing Blogger, all forms of social media. The Boxing Bookie comes at you for every single major fight. So you have to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. The bookies, the odds makers, they don't know what they're doing. I do. I'm trying to consistently make money betting on the sport of boxing. So join the Patreon. Link is in the description. It's in that little ticker below. It's pinned in the chat. Just $5 a month gets you all the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Just $5 a month gets you all the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. So make sure to ask the bookie anything. Get the lock of the week. Get access to the Discord where we do the live betting, the updated props, all of that. You get all the best gambling advice for just $5 a month. Plus, we have we stream fights there. It's a great community part. So just trying to pay Patreon $5 a month. $5 a month. After you guys do that, let's head on over to carnivalbar.com. That's carnivalbar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's the nutrition of a steak. It's the convenience of a bar. Can't get it pulled up. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. CarnivalBar.com. The Carnival Bar, it's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, fresh-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move in stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's CarnivalBar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. All right, let's get into today's show. FanDuel's got like 3 fights up. All right, that's good news. That's something. We got something we can bet on. They have 4 or 5 fights this weekend. I'm not sure if any else are coming out. There's not much, man. There's not much, Kyle. It's slim pickings. What's good, my guy? What's good, GOAT? Still no fights on our book, and it's midweek. Hopefully, we got something up there tomorrow. I mean, they got to start putting something up there. I mean, we got something. We got to have something to bet on. We're getting a few bouts on FanDuel. They'll be up. But can anyone remember a week recently that was this bad? I can't remember one. You know, every year, I guess, has to have its worst fight week. This is this year's worst fight week. There's nothing else I could say. It's a horrible, no good, dreadful fight week. It's absolutely no good. And but there's not a whole lot to talk about. So I've done less content, but I'm going to try to bring you guys shows every day still. So maybe not twice a day. I can't remember when there's been a couple of weeks with actually legit nothing. At least we have Friday. We've got something. We have Friday. We got the Merkel Coco, which actually isn't a terrible card. It's not terrible at all. It really, really isn't terrible. It's a decent card. Oh, Don Julio says, any thoughts on John Manu versus Alexander Davidov? Not really. I don't even know when that fight is. When is? Do you have a book on it? Okay, that's the Australian card. All right, I just heard about this card. I wasn't even familiar with this card up until recently. You know, if I can find tape on him, if I can get a book, if I can get tape on him, if I can get a book on him, I will do the tape. I will do the video. I don't even know what the book is. I don't know much about the Australian boxing scene. I wish Kristen Mock was here. Kristen Mock knows the boxing game in Australia inside and out. She's kind of the go-to one in this. It's a decent card. No, I don't have any thoughts. I know who John Manu is. I don't know who the other guy is. Davidov. If there's any tape, anything like that, I'll break it down. I'll get into it. But right now, I don't have a book on it, and I don't have any tape on it, guys. So I don't really have much thoughts on it, unfortunately. Oi, Don. Mike Perez by KO. Yeah, probably. What are the odds on that? Watch tape last night. David Tyler is going to pull up the upset. He hits hard. Okay, so there is tape on him? Excellent. If I get a book on it, I'll do the time. I mean, why not? I got nothing else to do. If you guys are going to get anything, talk to Johnny, UFC picks. Let me get Johnny on. Well, that's a good thing. It's still a 4-week month. We can still make money. Dayatop plus 140. So a slight underdog. It's on Saturday. It's Saturday. Shout out. Jeff, he notes that the odds must have dropped. The odds dropped. Someone must have seen something. It's true. And when you have fights that are thinly bet, like Manu and Dayatop, I mean that is such a thinly bet fight. Like how much action do you really think is on that fight, right? So if a couple of people with deep pockets come in and put money on it, it's going to move the line drastically. It doesn't take a lot to move a line like that. Manu went from minus 200 to minus 170. There's already money coming in on the underdog. This is what I'm hearing, Box. This is what I'm hearing. Maybe me and you pulled the odds down. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to move the odds. It really doesn't. What's good, King? What up, King? It's good to have you here. All the usual suspects, of course. I love having y'all here. All right, let me pull up the book real quick. I want to pull up the DraftKings book. I'm going to pull up the Pro Box book. Let's get into it. They still have DraftKings. Shout out to Muscles. Muscles never lies. There is absolutely nothing on this book for this week. DraftKings is the gayest book in the world. It is dripping with age. It's so gay. There's no fights. There's 0 fights until the 16th. There's nothing. Like, give us something. Like, I don't care. Like, you can make a book for Quail. Like, you can make books for these fights, man. There is literally nothing on my book in boxing for this week. We're going to make a weeks-long parlay in a little bit. But I want to check Pro Box and I want to check FanDuel as well. Look at all these fights. It could have all of these fights. It has none of them. It's not that many fights. Oh, there we go. We got a book here. Manu and Dayatov. That's it's okay. But maybe I'll do it. Yeah. The next two fights I'm going to try to get into it are these two, and then maybe this one. I don't know. We'll look into it. Francesca and Omiya, Ramirez and Pamplona. I'm going to try to get into these. Deatov versus Manu. We got a couple of fights that I can do on my end, so I feel a little bit better about that. And then we'll just break right into the 16th. We got a loaded week of boxing next week, so I want to get into as much of that as possible. I already did Maloney and Cortez. That is live, and we'll start breaking into as many of these fights as we can. We got a lot to get into. All right, so this makes me feel a little better. So I'm going to do the Mirko Cuello video today with John Manu, and then I'm going to break into the other videos. Give me 1 second. I need to check something. All right. I'm here, but a little late. I got to make sure I don't get fined. You are not fined. You are here, Havelock. Boxing says, Deatov reminds me of a poor man's Bakram. A little bit, but that's what's better than Manu, who got put on his ass 4 times by Kurt Scooby-Doo. Did he really? Did he get put that 4 times by Kurt Scooby-Doo? Yeah, you guys dig deep. You know, I get it. We don't have much here. For Kurt Scooby-Doo, that got 4 times. This is what we got. Guys. It's bottom of the barrel this week, guys. It is bottom of the barrel. FanDuel has something, but it's not great. It's got something. Something's better than nothing. Scooby hits really hard. I wouldn't hold that against Manu. Stop getting hit so much, though. Jab, stop getting hit so much. It's crazy. My local state-only sportsbook has something for Friday when DraftKings has nothing. It's crazy. It's crazy. DraftKings is so gay. Albert Ramirez over line went from 8.5 to 9.5. Someone spamming the over like at -115. It really irritates me when we have a week like this with no fights, and the next weekend has 100 cards. Spread that out. I agree, Jam. I agree. This is not well planned by the boxing community. Jam, I'm not taking anything from Scooby-Doo. Devontae hits hard as hell. That's why I think it's a great pick. Oh, there you go. I gotta watch the tape. Yes, Manu stopped in the second round against Scooby-Doo. Is Ford and Itamama locks? Yeah, money line, they're locks. The money line for sure. I like Ford probably by decision in that fight. We'll get to that in a second. Ford by decision, Itamama locks. Let's do the weeks long parlay first. We're gonna do a parlay that stretches over a bunch of weeks. You guys have asked me for this. We have nothing else to do. Let's look at that. Let's do a parlay that's going to be spread out over several weeks. We'll break that down, and then after that, we'll look out Ford and Itamama and whatnot. There ain't nothing I'm betting. There ain't nothing I'm betting. Yeah, this is trash. All right, let's just start with next week. Let's do this. Hang on. We're going to have some fun here. There we go. We're going to take Ford by decision. That's not it. Where the hell's Ford by decision? We're going to take that. We're going to take over 9.5 on this. We're going to take Itawama. We're going to take Jermaine Ortiz. All right, you guys ready for the weeks-long parlay? This starts now. It starts next week, and it ends on September 13th. It's got 6 legs. I'm gonna write this down now. It's got 6 legs. It's got Ford by decision, over 9.5 rounds on ball, and then it's got 4 money line plays. It's got Itawama, Ortiz, Patty Donovan, Inouye. And it's plus 420. It's a 6-leg parlay. I like this a lot. Most of the money's coming in 4 and over 9.5 rounds. I like this parlay a lot. How do you guys feel about this 6-leg parlay that stretches over a month? I like it a lot. Being slow can be good. Can get ahead of upcoming fights. That's true. No, and that's what I plan to do. I'm going to jump ahead. I'm going to get into stuff. I'm not getting a line of Itawama, but I'm getting an Australian card featuring Scooby-Doo, younger cousin. What's good, G? I'm just tuning in. It's good to have you here. I'm at Universal Studios. Oh, shout out, DJ Green. Enjoy, my man. Enjoy. What do you think Canelo versus Crawford plays out? I think Crawford outboxes him. I think Crawford wins. I think he wins off the back foot. I think he wins moving. I think Crawford beats him. I was so disgusted with the way that Canelo looked against William School. I'm like, all right, all Crawford has to do is box him and he can win. Gary, I really think you'll like the film on David Topp. He is relentless, hard-hitting fighter, mixes body and head beautifully. I'm going to check him out. I'm going to check him out. I like the over on the Bull fight. I have a weird feeling they aren't going to let Bull be dirty. I love the over. And most of his fights, he fights extremely dirty. He does. I think the over, I think the Bull fight, we can make some money on the over, it to go the distance. And, guys, you know that I think the upset, Goodman by decision, I think it's worth betting. Goodman by decision is paying plus 550, plus 600, whatever it may be, whatever your book has it at. I think it's worth betting. You know what else I think is worth betting? Ford by decision, over 9.5 rounds. Moses Itawama, Jermaine Ortiz, Patty Donovan, Inouye. Money line. Let me ask you a question, Muscles. Muscles doesn't like to have parlays that aren't all on the same day. He wants his parlays to all be on the same day, which I get. I'll do them all on the same weekend. I don't like to drag it out like this. But I've seen so many people like TJ make so much money on these parlays that stretch out over weeks. I'm kind of interested in doing it. So, Muscles, let me ask you a question, my dude. If I play some money on this bet, I'm not going to put a lot on it, but I'm going to bet something on this. A couple $100. It's plus 420. Will you bet it with me? You're up so much these last month, 2 months, whatever it's been. You're up so much. Let's sprinkle some money on this. Let's just see if it hits. There's nothing in here I don't love. I love all of this. Do you want to just sprinkle some money on it? We throw $400-500 on it. We wake up a month from now and we got an extra two grand. You want to do it? I'm going to throw a couple $100 on this. It's like kind of when I bet on a draw. I'm going to throw some money on this. Maybe not even on a 1,500. I'm going to throw, I don't know, $300, $400, $500 on this. You want to do it with me? You want to do it with me, Muscles? I think I wouldn't be too sure about Ortiz as a lock. Clackett's not that bad, but he's going to get outboxed. Like, he's slow. He's plotting. I don't think Clackett sucks. I think Clackett's pretty good, but he's not beating Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz is going to box his ears off. Clackett ain't that bad. I agree. Ortiz hasn't been performing. I don't disagree with anything you just said. That being said, I still think he's going to get schooled. Is Nova aging? I've seen him in some wars. Yeah, he's a year and a half ago, I thought he fought very well. Very well, I thought he fought with Oshaki. I rate Oshaki higher than, obviously, most of y'all. Oh, that's the poll question. I meant to do this. God dang, I forgot. All right, I'm going to go a little extra today to get this answer in the poll. Why? What's going on here? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Hang on. All right, so here's the poll question, because this was hotly debated yesterday, and I thought y'all were bugging, but I want to. Who would win, Oshaki or Ray Ford? All right, the poll is live. I gave my thoughts. Y'all gave your thoughts. It was mixed. I think y'all is going to disagree with me. I think y'all are going to go the other way on this. But I want to know. I want to see the poll. I want y'all to put your balls on the table here and let me know what you guys think. Who do you think would win, guys? I'm actually genuinely curious, because I don't think this is close. I don't rank Raymond Ford like that. We went over this yesterday. You guys don't rank Oshaki Foster like that. I think Oshaki Foster is night and day better than Ray Ford. I think Oshaki dominates him. A lot of y'all took exception to that. It was a pretty good back and forth. Guys, do vote on this. I'm interested in seeing this poll. I'm going to go take a leak real quick. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Patty Donovan stopping crocodiles. What do we call him? Is this a nickname that he has? Crocodiles? Is that what we call? All right. Trust me, man. Ortiz by decision is the most consistent bet in boxing history. I agree. I get what he's saying. Clackett's not that bad. Like, I get it, but he's not going to beat Ortiz. Nick Ball by decision plus 250. Yo, that's a good bet. Like, I don't understand why they're telling me this fight isn't going over. The fight's going over. Bet 2,500 to win on my parlay, right? Bet, yeah. Why not? I wonder if Muscles is down. Here we go with the Yoshaki. I'm not going to get into the whole debate again. We did the debate yesterday. It was fun. It was entertaining. I want to see what y'all think. I want y'all's opinion on this because I thought y'all were bugging. Y'all thought I was bugging. I have no fights on Hard Rock. It's all good though. Yo, Rocket. I guess you're a little late tuning in. Yo, check it out. This is how gay DraftKings is. Oh. Nothing till the 16th, Rocket. Nothing till Goodman and Ball, which is a terrific fight, by the way. I repeat them yesterday, Gary. Ray Ford would beat Shaq. You can then vote in the poll, guys. Everyone vote in the poll. I'm not going to look at the poll for a minute, but y'all remind me because I always end the show without ending the poll because I'm retarded. So remind me to check the poll before it ends. I voted Raymond Ford. All right. This fight's got to happen now just so we can settle this. I don't believe in Ford as high as most of boxing does. Ray Ford is a shit fighter on the back foot. I'm not a Ford fan. I'm taking the over on Ray Ford and Foster. That's the money. I agree. I'd bet the over too. Albert Ramirez stopping. Yeah, I would think so, but I'm gonna get the tape on that too. I can't understand why people think Ford wins. Thank you, history. Thank you, Hand History Vault. I believe Ford would get the decision off of outworking Foster. Ford's not that high of a volume guy, though. I mean, Ford's not going to win. I mean, he's not a low volume guy, but he's not 80 punches around. He's not winning the fight on volume. How you feel about the Johannes Tellez fight? Yeah, Tellez is a lock. It's not much of an opponent. I think Tellez is a pretty good prospect. Yeah, I would say Tellez is a lock. I would. Shout out to Oshaki, man. I remember he fought this dude, Yakubov, on Pro Bellum. I was so scared he was going to lose. I remember the fight. I wasn't even gambling there. Oshaki's my dude. If you guys are in my Discord profile picture is a picture of me and Shaq. That's my dude. Shaq is my dude. That being said, that's not why I'm picking him. I'm not picking him because he's my dude. When there were rumors that he was going to fight Shakur at 130, when Shakur was still at 130, Shakur. Forster's not shot. If Forster has anything left in him, he should win. He's got plenty left. He's been inconsistent, so I understand why people pick him. But when has Ford been good? We went over this yesterday. God dang. WWE interim championship about to be promoted to full. Do you guys understand why boxing has no popularity left in the United States? Do you see this? Jazza Dickens and Johannes Tellez are about to be promoted to full champions. Extraordinary. That is extraordinary. Extraordinary. His last win, his only win this year is Julian J-Rock Williams. I don't even know what to say. God dang. Tellez is being promoted to a full-time champion. I'm without words. And then Jazza Dickens. Jazza Dickens. Can we stop bugging? I remember the first time I looked, I was so disappointed and upset that his real name isn't Jazza. That Jazz is a nickname. I was so disappointed by that. He's got some dudes that wins Alpha Barrett. This is the world champion because he beat these guys. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know, Havelock. I don't know how to respond to this. That Ford Matisse fight was weird as hell. Matisse was a punching bag and hardly threw. Yeah, I know. Gary, what do you think of Rafferty versus Chamberlain? That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Do I have a book on it yet? Let me see the odds on this. No. Pro boxing odds has it. Give me 1 second. Let me see the odds on it. It was like -2. Let me see the odds on it. I wish it was a little wider. I do think Rafferty wins. I do. You guys want to bet the over? Or you want to go the distance? What do you want to do here? I like Rafferty. This is like a no man. I would bet Rafferty. I'd probably bet Rafferty by decision. Do I have Rafferty by decision? Rafferty by decision at -125. That's the bet. That's the bet I like. Tellez decision against Baru. I think he might stop him. Tellez fighting Abbas Baru. When is that? It's the 23rd. 2 weeks from now. Well, 2 weekends from now. If Ford couldn't beat Bull, I don't see how he beats Foster, though the problem here is Foster's volume. Not seeing the similarities between Bull and Foster at all. Yeah, I'm not seeing the similarities either. But I think he's just saying if well, I'll let him. I'll let him respond. Corbett then will be stripped. Yep. Will Patty stop? Will Patty? I'm guessing you're asking me. Will Patty stop Lewis Crocker? Yes. The reason Bull beat him is because Ford is absolutely atrocious against pressure fighters. Thank you, Boxing Bets. He gets bullied. Foster isn't a pressure fighter, but he can apply pressure. I think he's good enough to beat Ford. Jazza Dickens is food at 130. So the prospect dude, Badaguias beat Jazza, he'd be a champion. Job, man. I don't know, man. This is why boxing has no popularity left. Rafferty all day, but I still need to watch tape. I need to watch tape too, but Rafferty and Chamberlain, Rafferty, take the decision. It's funny how Excellency doesn't even talk about Chamberlain anymore. Yesterday, y'all were talking about dream fights of this era. No one mentioned Benavidez because, I think it's a fair point, dude. I think that ship has sailed. Like Canelo is past his prime, and it's fair. Yeah, we all want to see that fight, and it's good. But like to me, Benavidez wins that, and I was always a guy up until recently. I would say Canelo beats Benavidez. Benavidez is too floored. Benavidez is too sloppy. Canelo's too sharp. Canelo will get. But Canelo is shot now. Canelo's best days are behind him. Canelo's going to lose to Crawford, and then I think that's going to be it for him. He may try to come back once or twice and get a belt back and retire like that, but I really think that's basically it for Canelo. Like I think Canelo, he'll still be a draw, but I think it's him being a top fighter, a top 10 or even 15 or 25 fighter in the world. I think that's gone. Like I don't rate him like that anymore. There you go. Boxed in and take a Rafferty. 79 going with Rafferty. What were the odds? Rafferty by decision or Rafferty by stoppage? All right, let me check my poll, and I'm going to end this. All right, I'm not going to end this just yet because only 14 of y'all have voted. Guys, vote in the poll because I want y'all to put your balls on the table. I want to see what y'all actually think. Right now it's closed, but there's only 14 votes, guys. So keep voting in the poll. Keep voting in the poll. Keep voting in the poll. That's all I ask is that you guys keep voting in the poll. I want y'all to pick the winner. I need to get y'all thoughts on this. There's 27 of you guys watching. There's only 14 votes. So that means 28. That means most of the half of some of y'all ain't even vote yet. So go vote. And then Muscle, I guess Muscle's disappeared. I asked Muscle a question about this parlay. He's in the chat. He's like, I'm here. And I said, yo, Muscles, you wanna throw some money on this parlay? And Muscles is gone. All right. All right, guys. Any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chat, sleeping? I will have a second stream later today. Absolutely, second stream later today. Probably about 8:15. I'm gonna reach out to Muscles and see if Muscles will answer my question if he wants to do this parlay. But if you guys have any last minute questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, put them in the comment section now. I'll forever hold your peace, and I will see y'all again tonight about 8 o'clock Eastern time, maybe 8:15 Eastern time. We'll see how it's going. But good stream today, guys. Appreciate you guys showing up. Not a lot to get into. Later today will be an Ask Me Anything. So fire away. Ask me any questions you want. Yeah, 79. I think because the guys he's fighting aren't even trying to win. The last fight tried was planned. Yeah, look, I don't think Canelo isn't trying. I just think he's had 70 fights or whatever he's had. I think his best days are behind him. He's aged. He's been in wars. He constantly make the weight fight. I think it's caught up to him. He still fights quite a bit. Most guys don't fight as much as Canelo do anymore. It's what it is. And he's got tough fights. He's got grueling fights. He's had a lot knocked out of him. I'm going to check the poll, guys. Jaime tried to. I agree. Like, I don't think, yeah. Oh, I see what he's saying. Yeah. Jaime, a lot of the guys Canelo fights like Jamal Charlo, William School. Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, a lot of guys are saying like School, like Charlo, they're not really fighting to win. They're just fighting for a paycheck. They're fighting to survive. I get what he's saying. I think that's a fair point. I think Canelo isn't even trying in his fights. He looks like he's trying to take fights the distance. All right, guys, vote the poll. I'm going to end the poll. I'm going to end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Guys, vote now. Vote now. Vote now. 3, 2, 1. I'm ending the poll. And only 16 of y'all voted. Disgusting. All right, so you guys, pick Raymond Ford. But you guys pick Raymond Ford. You guys think Raymond Ford's going to win the fight? I'm disappointed. All right, guys, I'm going to end this stream. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go live again later tonight. I'm going to work on the rest of that Miracle Quail fight. Hang on. I'm going to try to go live again tonight. I will be live again tonight. It is the poll was close. It was slightly close, yeah. Canelo got money on his own fights to go the distance. I wouldn't doubt that either. I would not doubt that either. All right, y'all. August 6th, 2025 from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless. I will see y'all tonight at about 8:15 Eastern time.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.